Going on to you, Virgos. You have the Nine of Cups, Four of Cups. Sorry about that. The Eight of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups. A lot of 8 cards here. The Strength, the Seven of Wands, the World, the Three of Swords, the Six of Cups, the Queen of Wands. Anyway, this is a situation for you, Virgos, where the Nine of Cups, the Four of Cups, is about, well, the Nine of Cups represents self-confidence, and that a lot of you Virgos are not allowing people to play you, right? A lot of you Virgos may be born whenever it is that you're born, but it doesn't mean that a lot of you are stupid. You're very much so paying attention to the value that other people bring as well as the value that you bring. So the thing about it is that the Four of Cups now represents, so because of this, you have to be very mindful about the type of people that find themselves trying to talk to you, right? As I've said in many videos, pay attention to their quality, right? Who they are shows up, or you're supposed to grade them as a whole, as a total, not necessarily just in one particular area. So when you pay attention to them, understand if they can have a conversation. Understand if they can provide any kind of value to you other than just physical means, if you know what I mean. Do they ever shell out any of their money? So you have to be very tentative to the quality of the people that you meet. It's not necessarily about quantity. It ends up being both quantity and quality, due to the fact that a lot of you Virgos, you will more than likely have to meet and date a lot of people in your lifetime, because you're really going through the learning curve to really understand just how many people are full of it. So then you have the Eight of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles represents, so a lot of you Virgos should really continue to work on yourselves at this current point in time. Not saying that you're not going to meet someone new, because you have the Six of Cups, but we'll get to it. The Eight of Pentacles represents you should really continue to just pay attention to yourselves, not really worry about what other people got going on, because a lot of you Virgos should be at this point, and a lot of you are starting to realize that there really is not a whole lot of quote unquote competition, and that the dating pool is really not competitive. It's really exploitative people trying to come up and stand on other people's shoulders while they're in the pool. You ever played that game where one of them gets on another person's shoulders? Basically, that's what's going on. And they will pretty much do that for as long as they can get away with it. But the Eight of Pentacles represents when you focus on yourself, you shake off all those people that didn't have any, or you shook off all those people that didn't have any respect for you, past tense, and still doing it now. But the Eight of Cups represents, and you walked away. But the Strength card represents, yet again, you know what I'm going to say, the delusion, right? The delusion, the idea of, clearly we see who's more valuable in the situation. You are, but they're still trying to play it off like, I had this type of stuff happen to me today, where somebody was saying how it is that I should call them. They don't call me. Why would I call that person? But they're in their own world, and you have to learn to allow them to be in their own world, no matter how stupid they sound, Virgo. I'm telling you, they're getting weirder by the day. So the Seven of Wands here represents, and a lot of you Virgos are really more so putting in hard work for yourselves, your future. You're not really caring so much about making making it a point or going out of your way to date. It's more so about, regardless of whether or not you develop a love life is irrelevant. If you don't develop a love life, then you will live your life still. The World represents, because you see things from a panoramic point of view, right? A bird's eye view, a more well-rounded perspective. You have the ability now to stand back and see the bigger picture. A lot of you Virgos just don't see only the details. You see what the details add up to, what they mean. And a lot of times people don't really understand this, but that's the reason why it is that Virgos are so critical. It's not that Virgos is trying to be critical to be disrespectful a lot of times, especially if the Virgo's heart is in the correct place. Some Virgos can be harsh, but a lot of times Virgos will do that because they're trying to figure out the detail. They're trying to figure out the whole perspective from the details. But a lot of times Virgos don't. Y'all own self-doubt is what stops y'all ultimately from really being able to see the bigger picture. And right, the worldly experiential perspective, right? Existential perspective. And what I mean by that is the idea that you will have figured out something a long time ago, but you will put yourself in harm's way, so to speak, because you have a problem accepting the reality that you have already begun to understand. That's a part of it. But the other part of it for you Virgos is the idea that part of the reason why it is that you have this problem is due to the fact that a lot of you Virgos as well, you'll put yourself in those types of situations because you're trying to like get to the bottom of something. You're trying to figure out the bigger picture through the details, and you don't really understand what the details are adding up to when you don't understand, right? So let me go ahead and help it out for you. The vast majority of people in the dating game, they're full of it, and they're trying to look for someone to play games off of and to, like I said, kick their feet up and go on vacation while they do absolutely nothing. So the Three of Swords now represents, and this is where the heartbreak is. A lot of you Virgos really secretly want love, but at the same time, there's a reason why it is that Venus falls in Virgo. There's a reason why Venus cannot stand to be paired up with zodiac signs like Capricorn, Aries, Virgo, and Scorpio. The reason why is because I said this before and I'm going to say it again. Venus is a trickster figure, just like Mercury is. But different types, because Venus tricks people in love. This idea of love is a trick. Most of what people's concepts of what love is only a delusion. It's an illusion. That's not real love. That's not actually what it is. So the thing about it is that the Six of Cups and the Queen of Wands now here represents how the Six of Cups is about, but a lot of you Virgos, because of the fact that a lot of you Virgos are starting to understand this and work on yourselves to really get down to the bottom of what is this concept of love, right? This concept of being in a relationship with somebody. Now, a lot of you Virgos are starting to attract the rats, the people who see the big cheese, you, and and like rats, they're attracted to the big cheese, which is you. So now you Virgos have to realize, Six of Cups, Queen of Wands, you Virgos have to realize to guard your energy. And what I mean by that is stop letting people have so much access to you so easily. You know what I mean? As cut off all of the people in your life who are a blight, who is stopping you from being better. Cut off all of those people who like to play telephone games. Stop talking to those people. It's time for you Virgos to really start imposing your value onto them. If they don't want to make you a priority, leave their life. Force their hand. So let's clarify some of these cards. So let's clarify the Six of Cups. The Hierophant, Page of Wands, the Fool, the Two of Wands. So this is a situation where you're really in a situation where a lot of you Virgos are learning to trust yourselves. And this means that spells doom for a lot of people that would try to come your way and run game on you. So the Fool and the Two of Wands represents those people coming in. They have to essentially come in and try to put you back to sleep. Here's the situation though. A lot of you Virgos can never go back. If you've been here on my channel and if you've really been understanding, not trying to learn the game, not trying to come here to this channel to learn the game so you could flex on somebody. If you really been here really to learn, a lot of you Virgos understand that the Six of Cups represents the people who are coming to you trying to put you back to sleep, trying to make sure that you're just as complacent as you were. You're in a complacent stupor where people are still misusing you, still disrespecting you, but they want you to be okay with it and they want you to be unaware of it.